Hola, muy buenas tardes. In this session we're going to have a look at an introduction to forming adjectives in Spanish. This really sits in with the other video I made on looking at nouns, because obviously nouns and adjectives are intertwined, and understanding how adjectives have a relationship with nouns is really, really important to make sure that we're using our adjectives accurately. So let's have a look. So the use of adjectives, the function describes nouns. The noun describes a thing or state or emotion, and the adjective adds more detail. So it adds detail to the noun. Typically adjectives give detail about colour, size, shape, speed, value, and lots of other ways that they can add more detail to the noun. So what we've got to remember with Spanish is that understanding of what category the noun is. And if you've seen my video on nouns, there are two categories basically, which are then subdivided, but the two categories are either masculine or feminine. And I know in that little video we talked about it's a little bit difficult for English speakers to understand this concept of masculine and feminine. So rather than thinking about them as masculine and feminine, think more about them as just two different categories. Okay, so don't get too worried about masculine and feminine, but just think of the categories. They're two different categories of two different families. And adjectives work in those families. So, two basic questions to ask. Is the noun masculine or feminine? And then our subcategory, is it singular or plural? So when we see a noun in Spanish, and as we look on that other video that I made, we've got el, or la, un and una to be masculine, so el and un, masculine, la and una, feminine. And then is it singular or plural? So quite simply, is it just one noun, or is it two? So a book, two books. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. And what I've done, I've given us some examples under those categories. So we're going to have masculine singular, feminine singular. That was our first question, remember? And then we've got masculine plural and feminine plural. So that's the second element. So I've given us some ideas here. Moderno, so if it's masculine singular, moderno, moderna. When it becomes plural, in masculine, modernos, modernas, for the feminine. So they are interrelated. You can say they're interrelated. Moderno, modernos, moderna, modernas. Okay, so we've got an adjective ending in an E. So we can see already, verde, verde, green. So when it's feminine, as masculine singular, feminine singular, they're the same. Verde, verdes, verdes. Again, masculine plural and feminine plural are the same because they are just a mirror, just a copy with a plural here. So if we have a plural masculine noun, libros, los libros verdes. If we have a plural feminine noun, las casas verdes. And put that into the singular, el libro verde, la casa verde. Okay, how about if we've got an adjective we're using which ends in a Z, and there are quite a few, like feliz. I've chosen feroz, so we've got feroz, and again it doesn't change in the feminine singular, feroz, feroz. But here's the difference, here's the twist, we lose that Z for the plural and feroces, feroces. So masculine plural and feminine plural are actually the same, we're just taking the Z and placing with this, feroces, feroces. But they're the same, masculine plural, feminine plural. So an example we might have, maybe we got a really ferocious rabbit. Okay, so we got, because I know year 7's been working on animals, we got un conejo feroz. Okay, well, not to be outdone, we've got a fairly ferocious tortoise, una tortuga feroz. So if we have a group of fairly ferocious rabbits, unos conejos feroces, you've guessed it, we're going to have some fairly feisty tortoises, so we're going to have unas tortugas feroces. Okay, let's have a look at an adjective that's ending in L, and there's quite a few that we could choose, but we're going to use útil. So in the feminine singular it's the same, útil. Here's the difference, but it's a similar difference, there's lots of patterns, lots of similarities here. Útiles, masculine plural, feminine plural, útiles. Okay, let's have a look. We've got an OR sound at our end, and we're using hablador, chatty, hablador. In the feminine it becomes habladora, habladora. Well, again, that's got a link, there's a pattern going on here, habladores. So we've got more than one chatty person. Los chicos, habladores. Los chicos son habladores. In the feminine, we're just putting an S on here, so we're going habladoras. Las chicas fueron habladoras. Habladoras. Okay, let's go back to, we're ending again, we've got a consonant here. Gruñón, grumpy. Gruñón. Feminine singular, it's the same. Gruñón. Masculine plural, gruñones. Feminine plural, gruñones. So again, there's lots of patterns that we can pick out when reflecting back our adjective with our noun. So these are some examples. Obviously there are hundreds of different adjectives that we can use, but there's some good examples here. So the key thing to remember is that the adjectives must be the same category or group as the noun. So if the noun is masculine singular, the adjective has to be masculine singular. If the noun is masculine plural, the adjective is masculine plural. If it's feminine singular, the noun, then the adjective must be feminine singular. And if it's feminine plural, the adjective must be feminine plural. So they have to agree, is a word that's often used. I like to see them, they're just being in the same category. They've got to be in the same category. Okay, so just a couple of things to end with. In Spanish, adjectives are more usually placed after the noun that they describe, which is probably a little bit different to in English. So here we've got tengo los ojos azules. Tengo los ojos azules. So here we've got this idea that the noun comes first, the eyes, that's the noun, and then sort of subsequent, a little bit more detail for our noun is the adjective. Tengo los ojos azules. So this is the key thing, it's los ojos, the detail, son azules. In English, obviously, it's the other way around. I have blue eyes, so we flip around, we've got adjective, noun. Tengo los ojos azules. There are some exceptions to that rule in Spanish, but if you stick to the general rule that the noun comes first and then the adjective. So, I hope that's been useful, and if you watch that with my nouns video, you should be really good on using nouns and adjectives together. So, thank you very much.